Right. Right. Good. We live, Josh?
We are indeed live.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to our playthrough. Right. Good. We live, Josh?
We are indeed live.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to our
Josh, do you have it
playthrough.
playing? I can hear you. I can
There
hear
we
it coming
go.
through your speakers.
Fixed it.
Okay. No, I can't hear you coming through your speakers.
Can you hear me?
Thanks for bearing with us, everybody. We're going to play some 3,000 Scoundrels here in a minute. The Double or Nothing expansion.
Yeah, we're excited to dive in. We have it all loaded up on our Tabletop Simulator. So we're going to show you guys it's the base game with every expansion bit implemented. And we can jump over to that screen and start just kind of walking through what that's going to look like. So quick background, you will be able to see my cards. Corey should not be able to see those things. And we are going to play against Corey, who is the yellow player. We will basically walk through a full game here, which is 3 days. That is 4 turns each. And a quick backstory. Corey is on a 4-game losing streak head-to-head with me. It is, yeah. As we've been testing 3,000 Scoundrels on Board Game Arena, that is getting ready to enter the beta stage. That could be happening as soon as today. So as soon as we know that that's live and the beta's live, we will pass that along to all of you.
Yeah, and important note, like you said, 3,000 Scoundrels coming to Board Game Arena. That's going to be completely free.
Absolutely.
So that could go live any minute now. And maybe by the end of the stream, we'll say, hey, you can go play the base game. The expansion will be coming too, but it still needs to be programmed and developed. So I think probably in the next couple of months, we'll have the expansion on there. But we look forward to seeing people playing and just enjoying the game. We would play on Board Game Arena right now if it had the expansion.
Yeah, we're excited. We'll probably be streaming a play on Board Game Arena once that's live as well with Corey and I. And yeah, keep an eye because we'd love to share the game with more people. And as Corey said, completely free of charge to experience 3,000 Scoundrels yourselves. We can get rolling here. Like I said, we're playing with the Double or Nothing expansion implemented. A couple of notes that will be special setup. Your 0 card, which is, as you'll notice, does not match any of the slots on your player board, does start in your hand. So we'll go ahead and pull that into our hands. We have modded, and we have not seen these, so these are randomly modded, 3 safes at each location. They're using mod cards that are clear. They are sleeved in the real life game, and so you'll be able to take your safe, which has an innate power now, and you will slide the clear overlay on top of that into a sleeve, and it will cover your power and give you a completely new power or end game goal, scoring goal. Few other pieces that are new. We are playing with new strategy cards, and so mine is Plot Revenge. At the end of Corey's turn, I can put a henchman on a face-down poker card that he played on a previous turn that doesn't already have a henchman on it. Typically, as soon as someone plays a poker card, you can use a henchman to call a bluff. However, I get to kind of see what transpires over the course of other turns if I'd prefer and place a henchman later. So we'll definitely be catching him in a few lies today.
And I think the real advantage of Plot Revenge is that oftentimes in the base game, if you see that your opponent's out of henchmen, you can be like, haha, he's got 0 henchmen, I'm going to lie. And you're so blatant about it. You're like, I'm going to play a 5. And you put your 0 on the 5. Now, normally you would be safe. But if they have Plot Revenge, Josh could then next turn free some henchmen and immediately, when it comes around to my turn again, he can place it on that card I played last round. So we tried to make all of the strategy cards give you like an alternate way to engage with the game and kind of break a core rule. For example, my strategy card this time is Enlist Talent, which is at the start of my turn, I can hire a scoundrel from the saloon. And if I do that, I skip my hire step, so I don't get to use the sheriff's office or hire anybody. the real advantage of that is if there's a scoundrel that I want to use this turn, let's say I was going to play a 4 on my first turn, I could hire this guy that is a 4, immediately use it this turn, and gain all the benefits of it. So I think all 4 of the new cards that come with this expansion, they all kind of give everybody different ways of breaking the rules.
That always does feel good. We are also, I'll give you guys a quick overview of which Scoundrels are available in the saloon before we get started here. So we've got an unpredictable hacker. For each safe you have on a mark, you have a mark on, including stolen safes, you'll get $1. You'll notice that this is actually a Maverick, which is a new type of Scoundrel you can find in the Double or Nothing expansion. This is actually activated when I place a henchman on an ace or a 3 played by my opponent. This does pair really nicely with Plot Revenge, where I can do that later on as well. The next one would be the Greedy Blacksmith. So after you use a Scoundrel to gain or steal money, I get $3. And if I have 2 or more Reputation, I'll get an additional $2. Reputation is on this bottom track if you're unfamiliar. Here's a look at the board in whole. Reputation starts at 0. Corey and I will both start here at the 0 track, and it will, these are tech points, which we will be able to, tech values, which are essentially victory points in the game. And then finally,
reputation, Josh.
What's that?
0. You have 0 reputation.
Art imitates life. Am I right? Finally, the Wealthy Cow. So when you play a 4, you get $1. And you are able to discard this to gain $5 additional dollars. Very, very strong. So I think that's everything that's relevant to what we're doing here. We'll get rid of a couple of these players that are not in. I think we're ready. We had randomized before the game who would go first, and it will be the I say blue, Corey says gray player here. We've gone over this a few times, but Preston can. Preston will go first, which is me. So you guys will play along with me, and we'll try to do some really cool things here. We're going to start with playing an ace. So an ace, and if you're not familiar, you can play any card to any slot. It does not have to match. I am claiming that this is an ace. Corey could think I'm lying and place a henchman. If indeed at the end of the round we reveal all of the cards we played that have henchmen on them, and if I was lying, I would lose a reputation and Corey would gain 1. But not.
So is that an ace, Josh?
It is, yeah. Not important for this example because that is indeed an ace. So if I had any Scoundrels that had the ace symbol on them, not the Maverick, because that's my opponent's turn, but I'd be able to activate a Scoundrel and this action right here, which is to scout a safe at a site and mark it. I can do that in any order. But we're going to go ahead and do that action. So we're going to scout. Let's scout here in the middle for one of these modded safes. So this is for my eyes and the viewer's eyes only. We don't want to say this out loud. Okay, now we have to mark it. What's interesting is this doesn't have to be truthful either. If it's a very valuable safe, I can mark it as such. And if the value does mark the safe, I'll get a bonus point for each mark that matches. But I don't have to mark it correctly. If I don't want Corey to know this is a really strong safe, I might go ahead and put a, let's put a 3 on it. So
on that one?
On that one.
Okay.
That was my, my turn. Now I go over here to, the next phase of the turn. So you plan, which is playing a card. You use any abilities that are triggered by the card you have claimed to play. And then I can hire a Scoundrel or I can use a Sheriff's Office ability. Real quick explanation on the Sheriff's Office. There in the base game, it was just this portion here, which is to gain $2 as your Sheriff's action, to spend $2 to free one of your henchmen, which again, they are used to call bluffs, and one does start in jail. You can spend $4 to free 2 henchmen. And then finally, we can bribe the sheriff on the final day. So day 3 of this game, we can spend $12, bribe the sheriff to steal a safe from a site. And then you would discard the rightmost Scoundrel. The expansion adds 2 more end of day abilities or end of turn abilities. You can go to the loan office, which is where you will pay off debts. We haven't talked about debts yet. This is one of the most exciting parts of the expansion. Basically, I'll give a really quick overview. You can take a debt on your turn up to 2 times. That's going to grant you $2 by taking a debt. So I would draw a debt from this bag, and it goes face down on one of these slots. And this is how much, so you'll see here on the player board, this first slot cost me $3 to pay that debt off. So I would be able to take my end of turn action to go to the loan office, pay that $3, and I would lose that debt. Why I would want to do that, debts can be worth 0 points, which doesn't hurt you. Also -1 or -2 tech value, I should say. So they're dangerous. Oops.
Don't pay off your debts. It'll hurt you in the end, or it might. It'll probably hurt you.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
I don't think we mentioned early on, if you're completely new to this game, the way you win is at the end of the game, you're trying to have the most technology, and you're getting it by stealing these safes that have different techs in them that are worth points, that also have special abilities. So you're going to gain points from those. You're going to gain points from your reputation, and then you're going to lose points from debts. And there's also some special technology scoundrels that can give you points as well.
Correct.
So what are you going to do, Josh?
Well, I have 2 things I'm thinking about. The other option is to go to the newspaper. So to Corey's point, to find those really valuable safes, I could spend $1 and gain a debt to scout any safe on the board and mark it. But I think what I'm going to do is I am indeed going to hire this cow, the wealthy cow. You'll see here on the right side, it costs $1. So I'll just track that here on our little tracker. And I can place this cow anywhere on my board. Some scoundrels that are made will have arrows that are triggered off of which scoundrel is played next to it. That doesn't matter for this cow. So he's going to live right next to me, my wealthy cow. And then the scoundrels slide over, and Corey made a new one. In the Double or Nothing expansion, there will always be at least one purple scoundrel in the saloon to hire. But that is the end of my turn. Corey is up.
All right. The impatient loan shark. That's interesting. I think I'm going to start. I can't really use that. I'm going to start by, we'll just play a 2. And the 2 also has the ability that lets me scout a safe the same way Josh did. So let's see what is over here. All right. Well, that is not good. And then I can hire a scoundrel or use a different ability. I think I'm going to hire this impatient loan shark. Cost me 3 of my $4.
So after Corey gains a... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Corey.
The special ability is after I gain a debt, if I have $4 or less, I'll gain $4 more. This one's going to be a little tricky to pull off because the main way of gaining debts gives you money. So we'll see. See how the strategy pans out. We'll get a new scoundrel here. The whining barkeep.
So at the start of your hire step, if you can't afford any scoundrels, you can gain $2 and place an unused debt on a scoundrel in the saloon. So when a player hires the scoundrel, if it has debt on it, they gain that debt as well. So we're...
I love the whining barkeep. I'm just imagining you like sitting there at the saloon like, oh, I'm so broke. He's listening to you with his robot ears.
We are... So what's really cool is we hired this cow because we've got a 4. And we'd love to trigger that ability. So I can do these...
I don't think you really have a 4. I'll tell you on that.
We can do these in any order. So we will go ahead and gain our $4. That is the effect of playing a 4. True or not. And then because we played a 4, we can come up here. We'll instantly gain $1. And we can discard this cow to gain $5 more. We're going to do that. Why not? The cow is gone. And we're going to gain $5 more. We are rich. We're very, very rich. We're going to... Who do we want? I think we want to hire another scoundrel. Yeah, I like this guy. I'm going to spend $4, and we're going to hire the unpredictable hacker. So for each safe that I have a mark on, stolen or not, I will gain $1. He's going to come right here. He does have a tech value on him, so that's worth a point, and it's a Maverick. And since I hired a purple one, we will now refill the saloon with another purple Scoundrel. This is the Observant Barber. When you play an ace, for each Scoundrel on your sheet, you get $1, max of 5.
Okay, that's pretty good. You know what? I'm going to use my special ability to enlist talent, and I'm just going to hire him right now.
Okay. He's hiring a Scoundrel. Cost you $1, which you did.
And then I will, I'm going to play my 5, and we are going to steal this safe right here.
It was a good one.
It was.
You bluffed.
Okay, so this safe has a when stolen ability, and this is new in the expansion. This one says, when stolen, flip face up. This does not count towards your limit of 3 saves. So I'm going to place this one off to the side over here, and it's got a mark on it too. So this is going to allow me to, I basically have 3 points sitting over here on the side, plus whatever I'm going to be able to steal the rest of the game. Let's go.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And since I used my special ability, I skipped my higher step.
Right on. Okay. We are going to, let's do a little more scouting. We're not super enamored with what we found. So let's go over here. Let's look at this one. Okay. That one is a 5.
Okay.
For the folks at home, just so you can see again what that does.
And I also know it's impossible to have a 5 at that location, so I know right now Josh is lying.
Whoops.
I don't know if it's better or worse than 5, but it's definitely not 5.
Whoops. Yeah, it does. The board does tell you what values are possible at each location, and I goofed on that one. Why would I lie? I'm such a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. We've got $9 still. So after you use a Scoundrel to gain or steal money, this Scoundrel does gain me money. That could be good. This guy whines, which we have a lot of money. He's not going to be super helpful. After you steal a safe, scout the top card of any poker deck. I think this is going to be a nice combo. Let's use $3 to hire the Greedy Blacksmith. So after I call one of Corey's aces or 3s, I will get currently $2 because it's for each safe I have a mark on. And then that would trigger this guy. We'll do that here shortly because I think he's getting ready to bluff and play an ace. So I'm ready for it. The new Scoundrel at the end of my turn is the Burly Researcher. When you play a 3 or a 5, you gain $2. For each safe you have stolen, you get an additional $1. Pretty good.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my Impatient Loan Shark. So at any point during your turn, you can gain a debt. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to gain a debt. This is called taking out a loan. So I'm taking out a loan. I'm just going to gain $2 for this debt. It's going to cost me 3 to eventually pay it off, but whatever. Because after I gain a debt, I've got $4 or less. I gain $4 more. So I actually have $6 now. Pretty good. And now I'm going to use my special ability. That one actually won't work very well with me. So I'm going to hire this Burly Researcher. It's going to cost me 3. And Josh is right. I am going to play my ace. Where he's wrong, though, is that I'm not lying.
I still need to call you, which will trigger this guy. I have marks on 2 safes. That'll get me $2. And then that will actually trigger him because I used the Scoundrel to gain or steal money. I'll get $3 more. Even if I don't know
That's
that you were
right.
lying, that combo is pretty too good to pass up, I think.
And to be fair, the current player gets to resolve all of their abilities first, so I would
sorry.
technically do my ace abilities before he did that. Usually it doesn't matter, but the main reason why I hired early was because I have this barber that's going to give me $1 for each scoundrel on my sheet, and I've got 3, so I'm going to gain $3. And then I do get to scout, which you can do every time you do an ace. And man, I'm very tempted to look at that 5 that Josh looked at.
You don't want to. Trust me.
But I don't. I don't want to. I'm gonna look at this one. All right. I mean, it's a 4. And then I skip my higher step because I already hired. So over to you, Josh.
All right, this is my final card. We are going to gain, come on, $3. I don't really need money. And I don't trigger any scoundrels. None of my scoundrels trigger off my own 3s.
I'm guessing that's actually your 3. Like, why would you lie about that? Unless it's your 0 and you're just trying to, like...
I don't need money. That is for sure. Oh, we need a new scoundrel.
Oh, we forgot to fill the saloon.
You got it. Go ahead.
The annoying rancher.
After you hire another scoundrel.
Let you lose debt. I like that.
Gain 4 or spend $1 to lose debt. That's pretty good. All right. We've got $1 billion. We don't particularly need anything else. So this one's still not going to be super helpful because start of our turn, we're always going to be able to afford something. I say that now. Watch me go riches to rags pretty quick. The Boastful Abomination. Let's take that. That's going to be 5 points. So that's beneficial because, I mean, this regardless is worth a point on its own. And after I steal a safe, which will probably happen in the next round, I can scout the top card of any poker deck. So I can kind of get some insights as to what Corey's cooking over there.
New Scoundrels, the Spiteful Bounty Hunter. So you'll notice the expansion is called Double or Nothing. That is an accurate name because the base game is 3,000 Scoundrels, Double or Nothing. There are 6,000 different Scoundrels we can see here. So these ones that are coming out, we're going to see maybe 40 or 50 Scoundrels this game. Of the 6,000 that are possible. After a henchman is sent to jail, I can discard this to send opponent's henchman to jail. No, I'm not going to use my special ability. I'm going to play a 4. I'm going to gain $4 from this. I also get a lot of money. You don't believe me.
I don't because you were hard up for cash earlier, and then you... seemed pretty eager to play that 4. Now
I think I'm going to spend $1 and use the newspaper. So I spend $1, I gain another debt. There's plenty of time to pay those off. And I get to scout a safe. Let's try to find something good. Let's see what this one is. Okay. That's a 2. And then I actually get to do my higher step this turn because I didn't use my ability. Oh no, I just did. I used the newspaper. So we discard the leftmost scoundrel. Every time you use one of the locations, you discard the rightmost scoundrel and they move down. So this is the last green scoundrel we're going to see this game, and then we're about to start getting into the blacks.
Powerful. Play a 2 or a 4, you gain 3 or discard this to gain a rep. That could be quite good. Okay.
It's the end of the day.
It is. We've made it. We reveal the cards that have marks on them. This
let's see.
Was not a lie. This henchman is sent to jail.
All right. These 2 are also not lies.
Oh, no.
That means all of Josh's henchmen are in jail.
That's okay. I know that I can do my plot revenge, which I'm going to be doing. So now these become their own discard pile face down because they get shuffled. And then the remaining 3 cards in my deck go on top. And that's my new deck. I will draw 4 of these.
So what that means is that one of the 4 cards in our hand is going to be a card that we had the last day.
Correct.
Could be a good one. Maybe I just drew my 0 again. Who knows? So the first player, if someone had more reputation, they would get to change the play order if they wanted to. But since we're still both tied at 0 reputation, Josh is the first player again. Take it away, Josh.
Okay. We are going to do a little scouting.
I saw that.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
It's all good. I just won't call that one.
Thanks, man. Let's try another one over here. Okay. That's a 5. Which one was it? Oh, shoot. I think it was this one.
I think it was this one, but
oh, no.
It was a modded one, right?
No, I don't think it was modded.
Okay, well, you know better than I do. I was distracted.
You were strategizing. I can do a quick peek. I think that's the one I looked at. Oh, no.
Anybody in the chat see the one that he just looked at?
Yeah, right? Can anyone help us out here?
All right.
Let us know if I'm wrong. Anyways, so I have marked that. And then actually it might have been this one. I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. No big deal. I want to... Yeah, this is pretty good. That guy's good. That's also good. This is also good. I want this one. So I'm going to spend my $4 to get this scoundrel. So after one of my henchmen is sent to jail, I would discard this to send an opponent's henchman to jail.
The corrupt demolitionist. Just blow a hole in the jail, get you free.
Let people out.
All right. To me, well, luckily I didn't actually play a 5 last week, so I can play my 5 this week.
Back to back, he says. Oh, I don't have any henchmen.
Steal this 4 here.
No!
And this 4 does not have a when stolen ability, so it's going to stay face down. The ability is an end of game 1. Okay. And those ones usually give you some additional points if you meet the conditions, but there's a variety of different effects they can do. I also get to do my Burly Researcher, which gives me $2 plus for each safe I've stolen. I gain an additional $1, and I've stolen 2 safes.
Wow.
So I've got 13 smackers.
Wow.
I think I want to hire this photographer. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And it is your turn, Josh.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to steal a safe, but I want to do this right. If I peek at... Play this card. If I peek at what this one was, I could mix these 2 up.
Well, one of them's modded, though, and one's not.
I can't remember what I did. Well, I would be in these 2. I'll just steal the one that I think I looked at and hope it's correct. This was not it. Oh, no. Okay, well. So this mark should not be on it. Just to be fair. I think it was that one. I don't want to take any
okay.
Oh boy, this will be gross.
Everybody watching us like, what is this game?
I can't, no.
To be fair, we've got like 2 monitors. We're looking between like chat, gameplay, video.
Yeah.
It's a lot of distractions.
Everything's fine now. How are you? All right, I've got $5 left.
We can blame it on the distractions.
I'm going to do the, I'm going to post bail. I'm going to spend $4 to free 2 of my henchmen.
Okay.
I'm going to get 2 of these guys back out. So we are going to be ready to call some bluffs. And that's going to discard this scoundrel. These guys move over, and we make a new black scoundrel. This is the Candid Butler. When you play a 0 card, it goes face up next to your sheet, and you can spend $3 to make each opponent lose a reputation. That's terrible. You don't want that. That's a terrible scoundrel. You don't want that at all.
He's really good. I wish I had my 0. I mean, I guess I'll get it on the final day again.
He is really good.
What do I want to do? There are lots of ways of making money. Get some people out of jail. Get some safes. What's this do? All right. Let's just play my 2 down here. I get to scout a safe. Let's look at this one again.
Look at it again. Yeah, I mean, the way we're going, you need to double check what you scouted. Trust me.
It's actually...
What? What are you doing? That's totally legal. You are allowed to do that. It's just wild.
It's the head games. Let's see what Corey's up to.
What are you doing?
And did I use my protective photographer?
You did not. You can gain 3.
So I'm going to gain $3.
Okay.
One of the great things about the board game arena mod is that it keeps track of everything that you've done. And so it actually will highlight your scoundrels and show you which ones you still have left to activate. And it reminds you, and if you go to end your turn, you haven't used a scoundrel. It's like, hey, you still have scoundrels to use. Are you sure you want to end your turn?
Yeah, it's super
slick. Really slick.
It is. It's really nice. It's especially it's new player friendly for sure, because there's a lot to activate and it's easy to forget things and forget what safes you scouted, which those for demonstration purposes only, how easy it is to forget things in this game.
Those mistakes that Josh just made can't happen in the BJ mod.
It's true. It's very true.
So to end my turn, I'm going to go to the loan office and I'm going to pay off my loan. So I've got a 3 and a 4. So I'm going to spend $7 to pay off both of these loans. And we get to see what they are now. So the first one, a 0 and a -2.
Okay, he saved himself 2 points. Or 2 tech. That's pretty good. Keep calling them points. They are technology.
It is your turn, Josh. And since I went to
end
the
of your
loan
turn,
office,
I do want to call this. I'm going to plot revenge.
Use
you did steal last day. I have to assume, I mean, unless you're very lucky, you drew your 5 again. Unless you lied on the first day, that's possible. But I can use this to place on something you previously played. So, new guy, logical tax collector, another maverick. Gain $2, then steal $1 from each opponent that has less rep than you. It's pretty good. All right, what else can I do? I'm just making sure. Oh, I forgot to trigger. That's another example. So I would have triggered Boastful Abomination when I stole that safe. I forgot. That's okay. But I'm ready to rock now. We are going to... Let's use...
No, don't do that one.
Yeah. Let's use...
Okay.
Actually... Yeah, let's use another ace.
Another ace. You're like trying to goad me into calling you.
Another ace to let me scout a safe. I don't want to go there ever again. What do you do? I don't...
Yeah, you should look at
Yeah, of course. I'm sure it's some kind of shenanigans. I don't want involved in your shenanigans right now. All right, that's the big one. That's the 7 at the lab. And then I have $1, but I'm going to. What the heck? Let's hire this guy too. I'm just Maverick City.
Maverick City. With the energetic banker.
So this is an example of one, just for example, if it were here on my board, it would trigger when I played the Boastful Abomination or the Logical Tax Collector.
You have to use either of those, yeah. All right, what do I want to do? All right, I think that let's do it this way. I'm gonna enlist talent at the start of my turn to hire this daring conductor. It's gonna cost me all my money.
Wow.
But then I'm gonna do my shenanigans here to gain a debt, which will give me $2 as I take out that loan. Then I can use my impatient loan shark. That will give me $4 more.
Just like
my
that.
turn hasn't even started yet.
$0
Just
to
like
$6.
I went from 5 to 0 back to 6. And then, as much as I don't want you to call my 3.
I have to.
Because you've got all those abilities.
I have to do it.
I'm going to play a 3, gain $3 more. And I cannot use any abilities. I skipped step 3 of my turn. So
right.
These ones did need to move down.
Black. Or no. Yeah. Should be a black one.
No, we've got a black. Oh, you're right. Sorry. We'll
No
just
worries.
put this one on top of it.
It'll be ready shortly. There you go. The nosy con artist. After you scout, you can lose a rep to steal a safe. Very cool.
Ugh. Interesting.
Losing rep is a dicey proposition. You can go all the way down to -2, but that's valuable.
I've got this guy that when I lose reputation, I get to do stuff. So
that's quite cool. I think you're getting ready to lose reputation. Oh, I need to trigger my my Mavericks.
Yes, trigger your 3s.
All right. So for each safe, I have a mark on, including stolen. I have a mark on 1, 2, 3, 4 safes. I'll get $4. And then this guy, after I use a scoundrel to gain or steal money, I get $3 more. If I had 2 or more rep, which I do not, I would have gotten more money. And then this guy triggers, I can gain $2. I could steal $1 from each opponent that has less reputation. That is not the case. Currently, we are tied in reputation. No one was sent to jail.
$10 on my turn, and now you can go.
I made $10. Look at all the money I have now. I had $1 when that's before my turn started. Yeah, let's get $3 more. It's just we're gonna be rich. Come on, there you go. 1, 2, 3. It's real. It's the real 3. No, it's real.
You haven't played your 6 yet.
What can we do with that? We probably want to free this guy, but we can be a little more efficient later. I think this is really good. I'm going to do $3. And one big, widely requested feature, which luckily is in the expansion, is you can hold actually up to 7 scoundrels now versus the 5 in the base game. So I can take this guy so that Corey can't, so that I can hopefully make him lose some reputation. And then the new person is the Tireless Rogue. Discard this to steal a safe with 2 or more marks from a site. Oh, look at that. You've done your shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
That is the end of my turn.
All right. I am going to play my 6.
Hmm.
He doesn't have any henchmen left. You know what? Here's the thing. Josh doesn't have any henchmen yet, and he's not going to get a chance to use his ability again. So I'm going to say, that's not a 6, Josh. This is actually a 4.
Oh, no. I should have got that henchman out. Kept you honest.
And so I'm going to gain $4 from this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can use this guy. I could either gain a reputation or $3. I'll gain the $3. And I've got $16 to spend. I had a plan. What was my plan?
Yeah, what was your plan?
I think my plan was to free some henchmen because I'm running low. So I'm just going to go post some bail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get 2 of these guys back.
Love it.
Nice. And then that does cycle the saloon, and we'll get that purple one. Who is the filthy captain? Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. When you play a 2 or a 5, you gain a reputation, and then you must spend $3 to keep it or discard it. It's pretty fantastic. But that's the end of the day.
End of the day. Reveal your 3, Josh.
This was a 3.
This
person goes to jail. You had to have lied, right?
All right, my 3 was a 3.
Oh my gosh.
My 5 was my 0.
Okay.
I drew my 0 again. So Josh is going to get back this henchman. He's going to gain a rep. I'm going to lose a rep. That hurts. But that's why I bought this daring conductor. So I lost reputation. I knew it was going to happen. I can at least steal a safe from my site. Let's steal...
From the depot.
From the depot. Let's steal this one. It has a when stolen ability. When stolen, flip face up. I can spend $3 to place a 3 mark on this safe.
That's cool.
So I can, like, at the start of my turn, I can just keep juicing this thing. Unfortunately, I only have 1 3 left.
Yeah. You wasted it on shenanigans.
I know.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the 7. I don't know.
Maybe not.
That's the end of the day, yeah?
That's the end of the day.
Discard all of these. We're going into the final day. This is flying.
Going into the final day, yeah, we're flying.
Right, shuffle
we've been
these.
playing for 40 minutes.
Put this on top and draw 4 more cards.
And you have the most reputation, so you can decide, Josh, if you want to go first on the last day.
I would indeed like to go first.
Okay.
I would. I will. Yeah, this is good. I'm going to steal a safe. And I'm going to steal this safe.
Definitely calling that.
That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Let's double check for the folks at home. Yeah, that's a 2. It's crazy that I took it. Why would I do that? What are we doing? We can trigger a guy. Who is it? This guy. After you steal a safe, scout the top card of any poker deck, and I may shuffle it. I'll look at the top card of your deck. So let me just take a quick peek at that. I will shuffle that.
So he does have some information now, right? If I play the card, let's say that was a 5, and I play a 5 now, he's like, I know you don't have your 5.
I don't talk like that. Is that what I sound like? Oh, man. Just making sure. Oh, when you sent my guy to jail. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I can do that later. I'm kind of glad I didn't use it, because maybe I'll use it later. That's it for what I can trigger. Now, end of day.
Higher stuff. End of turn.
Higher step. End of my turn. I mean, these are really all quite good. This guy does cost 9. I have $10. I can gain a reputation. That could be very valuable. Boy. Although, that's not as valuable as stealing something, I think. So... let's just get 2 guys out. Let's be armed and ready to try and catch you. Yeah.
And so you did use the sheriff's office, so we're going to create a new scoundrel. You have the lucky bookie. Each opponent must either gain a debt or give you $1.
Love that.
He's a lot of fun. If you can get your opponent broke and then use him. I've seen him used on the last turn of the game. Gross.
Yeah. That could be a big swing if you draw one of those -2s.
All right. What's the plan here?
You tell me, bud.
I gotta find some good safes. So I'm going to we'll play an ace here.
Ooh.
We're going to I'm gonna use my start of turn ability first, so that I can fill up my sheet here.
It's quite good.
So he's gonna cost me 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I play my ace, which lets me gain $1 for each scoundrel on my sheet, max of 5, so I go up to 8. And then I can scout a safe. Let's see what. see what this is. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a 4. And that is my whole turn because I have to skip my higher step.
So I'm going to trigger my Maverick because I called your ace. I will get 1, 2, 3, 4 more dollars because each safe I have a mark on. And then after I used him to gain money, I get 3 more dollars. Man, if I had 2 reputation, I would have gotten more money, but I'm just shy of that. Anything else? No. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to play my 0 card face up. So that's going to be done because of my Candid Butler. When I play a 0 card, place it face up next to your sheet. Done. Spend $3 to make each opponent lose a reputation. So I will do that to make you lose a reputation. I've got 10 more bucks.
Gosh. This hurts.
Has more safes than you. Steal a safe. You have 3 safes. I don't. Fantastic. Let's do that. Let's spend $6 to do this Loyal Renegade. When hired, use then discard from the saloon. Free a henchman, which I have. I don't need to do that. If an opponent has more safes than you, steal a safe from a site. So you do have 3 to my 2. Yeah. So let's discard him and do, I'm going to take the one you looked at. I'm going to take the bait. See if it's good. Love it. Cool. All right.
It kind of messes up my plans. I was like, I don't have to pay off any debts. That's that thing. All right.
Interesting.
We're going to have to play slightly different here. My strategy. All right. At the start of my turn, sheesh. Yeah, at the start of my turn, I'll use this ability to place a 3 on here. So just bought myself a point. But now I'm out of those. And then I'm going to play my 4. I'm going to gain $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to trigger this thing that says either gain $3 or discard this to gain a reputation. I'm going to discard it and gain the reputation. I got to get out of this hole. Everyone in town hates me. They do not like me.
Not a fan.
But, you know, I can use this photographer. I can, you know, take some pictures of me kissing babies and stuff.
Some beauty shots, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's a good guy, you
know?
Every
TikTok influencer. Look at all the good deeds I'm doing recorded with my cell phone.
Yeah. You know, it's cool. Yeah. And then I can go to my higher step. I've got to be very specific about how I do this. I'm going to go to the newspaper. I'm going to spend $1. I'm going to scout this.
It's awesome. What is going on? Make it a 4 or something crazy. What?
Place a stepping on it.
Oh my gosh.
I do have to gain a debt to use the newspaper. And I have to discard a Scoundrel. Okay, that's my Bizarro turn. You can go, Josh.
Did you use you did use your Impatient Loan Shark? Oh, you didn't have less than $4. Okay.
No,
just
I did
making
not.
Sure. Okay. Man, I kind of want to see like what is going on. And you just played that was a 4.
I just played a 4.
And I don't care about 4s. Don't care about them. I don't do I care?
Do I care about them? Maybe I care.
Do I care? I don't know. Okay, let's play our own 4. Come on. To get $4.
You don't have like any scoundrels that trigger off of you playing numbers. That's funny.
I know it's odd. This is a much more like a based on what you're doing. I want to. I kind of just want to see what you're doing over there, but I can do that later. Let's hire the reanimated electrician. It's going to cost us $6. We'll go right here. So when I play an ace or a 3, I can spend $3 to scout a safe at a site and then mark it 2 times.
Oh.
New one
Steam
is
powered journalist.
It's ridiculous.
I love these crazy tech guys.
Scout a face down poker card. Either retrieve one of your henchmen from that card or gain $3. Interesting.
All right, we're going to follow the plan here. Follow the plan, Corey. So the plan is to play a 5. I am going to use the Filthy Captain to gain a reputation.
Coming back.
And then either spend $3 or discard this. I will spend $3. And then I'm going to trigger this guy, which is gain $2. No, hold on. I'm not going to trigger him yet. I'm going to first trigger my 5 ability here to steal a safe. I'm going to steal this one that's got all the tokens in the world on it.
That's got to be like worth points per mark or something. Okay.
It does not have a when stolen ability. And then I'll trigger this thing, which is $2. Plus, for each safe I've stolen, I gain an additional $1. And I've stolen 4 safes, up to $11.
Okay.
Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do on my turn is I'm going to hire this sneaky scapegoat. When hired, use then discard from the saloon. Discarded debt.
And free a henchman.
Then lose up to 2 debts and free 2 henchmen.
Look at that. Very clever.
So she cost me 5.
Boy, so that would have been a -2 and a -2. Oh, man. It's kind of sad to see those go. Wow.
Good drop. All right. Mr. Josh, it is your... Oh, wait, she goes away. We get a new henchman. Who's the new one?
Final turn.
The Reckless Desperado.
What's he do? You went hired. Use twice, then discard. Discard this to steal a safe from a site, and you can free a henchman for each mark on it. Interesting. Yeah, that would have been good.
$11 to steal 2 safes.
That's insane. But we are going to use our ace, which will trigger this person, which will let me spend. I don't have 3. I could take a debt.
Could take a debt. Call your ace.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take out 2 debts. Since I can do that. That's going to put me at $6. I do have this thing that's going to let me lose those
get the
debts.
thing lose debts.
Which is good. I still need to do my scout action. So let's take a quick peek at this over here. I want to see the one I had originally. That was the one. That was the one. Okay.
You've got this guy too.
Mark it twice.
And you do get to mark it when you scout it, so you can place another 5 on it.
I mean...
Or it's a 2, okay. I don't know what's going on here.
I have my $6.
So do you spend the $3 to do this then?
Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to spend any money on this.
All right, well,
charade.
Don't mark it twice.
This
well,
charade.
You get the free mark from the ace that you played.
Okay. That's marked. That's a 4.
We'll put the real one, the 4.
That's and then I am going to spend all $6 to what do we want to get rid of? Who doesn't? This guy's not useful anymore.
You don't need the butler. You won't be able to use him again.
Because I do want to take this tech scoundrel. I'm at $0 now.
All right. You have 3 or less reputation, gain a reputation. Oh, I like that.
Ooh,
I like that a lot.
that would have been a nice
It's
one.
the best way of doing this. Yeah, so this is the last turn of the game.
This is it.
This is it. So I'm going to play my 2.
I'm going to call you.
Let's see what this is. Ooh. It's a 6. Wish I had seen that one sooner. And then that was my 2. And then I get to trigger my ability here, gain a reputation. And he goes away.
Unneeded.
And then I'm going to hire this quick drawing mayor, which is if I have 3 or less reputation, gain a reputation.
That's quite good.
This.
That was really impressive.
That cost me
back.
all of my money. I am broke.
You're now broke. And I called your bluff. I think you were lying. That's so I do have a question, timing wise. Whose henchman gets sent to jail first? I guess even if it's on a card, it won't matter.
Yeah, it'll still get revealed. That is in the clarification in the back of the rule book.
Are we ready for this?
Not super useful, honestly. Oh, you still got a card to play, Josh. Don't you?
No, I have my 0 over here.
Oh, you have your 0. Okay, yeah. Reveal your cards. We're gonna see. You came in right at the end here, Jaden.
So would yours not get revealed first?
It's all simultaneous.
Okay, so this will not trigger.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will not trigger.
Okay, I go back.
So you lose a rep. I gain a rep.
Hopefully, you lied a bunch.
I lied on this 2.
Okay, that knocks you down 1.
So
knocks me up 1.
Come back.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I played it on my 2 slot, knowing that you would probably call it, but I had a guy that gave me a reputation.
I mean,
so I'm like, yeah,
it was worth it. No, that's totally worth it. All right. So this guy comes back. This goes to jail. All right. Let's see who wins.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're just totaling our final scores. And so to do that, we are just going to flip over all of our saves. And let's start with you, Josh. Why don't we?
Okay. So this is 6 points. If I didn't have at least 1 safe from each site, I would have lost 2 points. So I did get 1 from each location, so that will remain 6. This was indeed the 7. If I didn't have one of my 7 marks on it, I would have lost 2 points there. But as it is, this is actually worth 7 plus the mark. So that's 8 plus the 6 is 14. This is a 4-point safe plus 1 because of the mark. So it's a 5-point, and end of game, I can lose both of these debts without revealing them. So I don't have to worry about what their values were. So this is 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus my rep is 20, plus tech scoundrels 21, 22, 23, 24 points.
24 points.
That's pretty strong. Pretty happy with that.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with my save. So I've got a 4-pointer here. I've got a mark that matches on it. So it's a 5-pointer. Plus, if each of my saves has a matching mark on it, which they do, I get plus 2. So this is 6. That's a 7-point save.
Beautifully done.
This one over here is a 3. It's got a matching mark, so it's worth 4. And its ability is not a point ability. So I'm at 11. Yeah, there you go.
Just so we remember.
Use that counter. So I'm at
we have
11
counters.
Points. And then over here, I've got this battery. Now, here's this crazy one. It's only a 2-pointer, but I've got 1 matching mark on it, so it's worth 3. Plus, I have plus 3 if there were 3 or more marks on this save.
It was smart. You made it very unappetizing with all those marks, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with it, so I stayed away.
I probably should have put a second 2 on it. It would have been worth another point, but oh well. So this is 3. This is a 6-point save.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 17. And then I've got this bonus save over here, which is worth 3 extra points. So I'm at 20 points.
Oh.
I do not have any tech scoundrels. I don't gain anything there. I've got 2 reputation.
Oh, man.
And so I'm at 22.
24-22. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Close
Beating
game.
by 2. If I placed that extra thing here, it would have been 1 point. Wouldn't mattered. Near the end, I had found this safe here, which if I didn't have any 6s or 7s, it was +2.
Which you didn't, right?
I did. So that would have been a 6. I could have put a 4 on it. It's been so good.
Here was my so I saw this one, and it was a 5, and I had 3 purple scoundrels or 2. Like I was headed that way pretty easily.
Oh wow.
So it would have been a 7, and if I would have marked it, it would have been an 8.
Why didn't you steal it?
Well, because I remember I mixed up which one I stole.
Oh, it's the one that you mixed
and then
up.
This made me go into a different direction.
You got a 6.
It still
and
was
you
a
wanted
6.
to get one of each color.
Yes. Instead of I would have gone back and gotten it, but I ended up not needing to.
Wow.
Close game. Well played. Good game, Corey.
Good game, Josh.
Very
what is
fun.
that, a 5-game losing streak then?
Shouldn't have made that public knowledge. Oh no. It's all good.
Yeah, that was a close one. And as you can see, like in the base game, you've got these safes that are only worth like 2 points, and they're just garbage. You just ignore them, or you try to trick your opponent into stealing them, which is interesting on its own.
Yeah.
But I like my 2-point safes were like my best safes here. This one was worth 6 points. It could have been worth 7 points. This one here is worth 3 points, but it was bonus points on top of what I normally would
to
have
get
gotten.
that as your first save too is just beautiful because it doesn't interfere with anything else you're doing. And like we were kind of saying with these special abilities, it kind of gives you little missions, like little things you want to accomplish as you're playing through. Like I knew pretty early that I needed to go and get one from each site just to make sure this was worth the full 6. I think that's one of my favorite parts about it is kind of getting those little missions that you can go on to kind of guide your strategy. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, I got this medicine right at the beginning, the experimental medicine that made me want to have matching marks on everything. And so that became my goal. I'm like, all right, only steal stuff with matching marks.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
tricky.
Like, this picture screen worked into it because it could mark itself. But unfortunately, that was kind of an it was an opposite of a combo with this card because they were both using the same numbers.
Yeah.
And this one was using the same number. So I probably went a little too heavy into like the 2s and 3s.
This can
but
be
the fact that I almost won the game with 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Yes. It's certainly like that's such a important thing to stress. It's like every safe now has some kind of added intrinsic value that will it makes like every single turn is like a bit more dramatic and a bit more interesting because of it. Just again, 2s and 3s can be super valuable. There's some more of the powers here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this would be end of every day. You can spend $4 to make each opponent lose a rep. So I could have, if I get it early, that's 3 less reputation Corey has. And the way I was making money early, it felt like that was fairly doable. This is another one with a power. When stolen, flip face up. When you use the newspaper, which was just paying $1, getting a debt, and scouting, you don't have to gain the debt. Like again, these are just it's super valuable, super useful stuff.
Oh, each mark on the safe is worth +2 instead of +1. So here's something that you can't really tell here in Tabletop Simulator. These are built from 2 different elements. So this generator here, if you want to hover over what that normally does, it normally has that ability that at the end of the game, if you're tied for winning, you win regardless of money. And you saw how close our scores was. Like it could have been a tie.
Yeah.
And instead it had the invisible ability on top of that, which replaced the atomic ability. So there's a ton of variability. I forget the number of different safe combinations there are with, it's like 144 or something different.
Well over 100 different combinations of safes, which is neat. And you still leave one out at the beginning of the game, so you still have that mystery element of what's not in play, what is. Yeah, that's cool. That pulls an unused safe into play. If you don't have a poker card in your 5 slot at the end of the day, so if you stole your safes early, that can be a 6-point safe. Less rep than the other player. That's good for voice gadget. You're kind of spreading rumors about your opponents, and that gets you some extra points.
So yeah, they just give you little goals. It's a lot of fun. And you can see how we went in completely different directions. I think my mistake was not hiring tech scoundrels. You went way into that, and it gave you those 4 extra points.
Yeah.
Which made a big difference.
Yeah.
So
totally. Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining the stream and joining us for this game. I hope you all enjoyed. Any follow-up questions, just reach out to us on social media. At any time, our email is info@unexpectedgames.com. We'd love to hear from all the players, and we're always here to answer any questions that come up.
And we'll probably do another live stream of the BGA mod once that goes live. And like I said, that should go live any day now. It could even be today. So we'll post on social media so you all know when it goes live. And we appreciate you spending some time with us and watching our game.